ain't turned me wrong yet.
I'm not even talking to you.
She's sour as fuck.
Bro.
Chrisean just smacked Natalie on live. Crazy.
Why the fuck you smack me in my face?
Cause you're ignoring me, bro.
What? I'm ending this fucking life.
Bro,
So fucking
bro.
That's so fucking disrespectful.
And she was just like, to Natalie.
Bro, you're so disrespectful, bro.
Bro, you're back.
Bro,
Y'all lay her be rude to me.
Bro, what the fuck? I'm fucking live.
Wait.
No, fuck that.
Bitch, I ain't even slap you that hard. Go ahead back.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy right here, Mills. I'm here back with another video. I need you to do me a big solid favor. Hit that thumbs up button, click on like this video, and we're gonna jump right into it. So we are here on Baddies West, season 3, episode 10, entitled Messy Bestie. So we continued from the cliffhanger where everything we left off. The girls was at dinner, and you know, Stunna and Biggie got into it. So that's pretty much was on that situation. And Tommie jumps in, you know, and she's talking to Biggie, and Stunna calls out, you know, she like, I want to fight both of y'all because you jumped me and stuff like that. So, you know, Tommie stands up. So once Tommie stands up, Stunna gets up like, what you standing up for? I'm like, yo, that's a smart move, Stunna, because don't ever let no girl get the one up on you. She peep game. I like that, you know what I'm saying? So Stunna's with all the smoke, you know. She don't care where she at. If she got a problem with you, she gonna call you out, you know. So Tommie's like, you know what? Listen, we gonna chill. We at a public place. We at dinner. Let's just chill right now, but we gonna handle all this when we get back to the house or when we leave the place. I'm like, okay, you know. So Biggie and Tommie, they start talking about, you know, how they from the East Coast. They don't really do all this talking, but I'm like, Biggie was talking the whole time. So make it make sense. Lo is over it at this point. She's like, yo, we need to talk it out. It seemed like, you know, we can't get to things because it seemed like when we try to talk it out, things go left. And, you know, you can tell really Lo is really over it. You know, so things kind of calm down a little bit, you know, because Stunna like, yo, I'm over it. You know, we going to dead the issue. But when we get to the house, it's on site. Y'all know Stunna's a mess, y'all. Stunna Girl is crazy. If y'all know at this by now, this girl don't give a damn. So, you know, they all chilling and stuff like that. Biggie, Cat notices that Biggie is grilling the hell out of Stunna Girl. And I'm like, Biggie, I don't know what it is about Stunna Girl that gets Biggie so upset. Because Biggie's energy is off around Stunna. I'm like, girl, you are really pressed about this girl because there's no way in hell I'm gonna let this girl. If I don't care for somebody, I'm not pressed. And I think that's my issue with Biggie. Biggie has the right to feel how she feel about Stunna, which I still don't really get. I kind of understand, but it's like her actions and her moods. I'm like, you really let Stunna get the best of you. Let it go. You know, so Stunna calls out, you know, Stunna like, yo, like, what you staring at me for? Biggie calls her a fraud, so they going back and forth. Stunna like, you the fraud, you only speak Spanish when the camera's on, and then you know she did. And then she started counting down the Spanish. I'm like, yo, whether you like Stunna Girl or not, though, this girl is hilarious, yo. She is funny. You can't deny Stunna Girl. Stunna Girl funny, y'all, like, for real. So Lo like, let's just change the conversation, you know. So Natalie and Tommie start talking about the money from Phoenix, you know, and they trying to defuse the situation. Why this girl, Chrisean ass, puts her hands in Natalie mashed potatoes? The mashed potatoes would have went right in her face. Let me tell you something. Chrisean has no home training whatsoever. She is disgusting. I would have punched her in her face. I don't give a damn. Even with my best friend, do not touch my food. Do not put your hands in my food. That's not going to end well. So that's on that. So Biggie gets up because she's mad. Because Rock was like, oh, Biggie. She said something to Biggie. Biggie is mad. And she like, no, because I'm tired of this. You know. Because it seemed like, I think Biggie got mad at Chrisean because she felt like Chrisean was taking Stunna Girl's side. And she did make some points. She was like, well, you telling me to chill out, but we all know that if it was you wouldn't chill out. I'm like, okay, Biggie, you make sense with that, because we all see later on what happens with her and Natalie. And Tommie goes to talk to Biggie, and they end up leaving, and the girl end up cheering, and that's pretty much the scene. A lot of people feel like Biggie is a follower of Tommie, and I don't feel like she latched on to who she latched on, so it's that they got a bond, obviously, and that's just what it is. So the girls, they leave the dinner. Mind you, I would be so embarrassed if I was sitting there and that was going on, because they just making a whole scene, acting ghetto and just crazy. I'm surprised they didn't get kicked out. I don't know, y'all. This just wouldn't been me. But anyway, the girls on the bus, so it was Lo, Razor, and Scotty. They talking about, how this need to be like a sisterhood. They need to get past their issues, because I'm trying to, see the bigger picture. Lo on her her grownish type stuff. And you could tell Lo has evolved from her BGC days. Skylight, I don't know, Razor was like, well, at the end of the day, you can't make nobody, either we gonna get along or we not everybody gonna get along. I'm like, yeah, that's true. They talking. So Stunna, Chrisean, and Rolly talking, and this was interesting to see Rolly and Stunna even having some type of communication, because from the first episode when she threw the Casamigos and Rolly face, and they got their ones out, you could tell Rolly over it. And I like this about Rolly. Rolly, that's why I rocks with Rolly, because she's a real one. She she tells Stunna she don't like the fact that, she's separated, and that she feel like Stunna not enjoying the experience here. So they cut back to Lo talking, and, she was like, Lo feel like Stunna just be mad because she feel like the girl's always coming for her. Stunna explains how, how she could just be chilling, mind her business, and people always coming for her. And I get it. And like I tell people, like, at the end of the day, leave the girl alone. She don't like nobody talking to her, telling her what to do. So just let her be. It's just a waste of time. And I don't know why I keep trying to tell her. At the end of the day, I feel like somebody should be able to tell you about yourself without you always wanting to pop off. That's just a little immaturity in you. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Leave her alone. Lo wants to move on. She just want to get to the money. She feels like, we could continue this even after the show. I'm like, okay. Yeah, okay. Now with this group, you need a real mature group. Like, you just need to do it with, like, Cat, Lo. Them the two most real, like, the most common ones, the most sane ones, honestly. So Biggie, she like, she feel like she's with the sisterhood, and she feel like, she want to see everybody win, but just not, she want to see everybody eat, but she don't want everybody to eat at her table. And I'm like that too, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no hatred towards you, but just stay away from me. I don't want you with me. So I vibes with Biggie on that. What else happened after that? Oh, Lo and Razor was telling Biggie, like, to stop falling for Stunna Girl's trap. You know what I'm saying? Lo telling her, like, you a boss, keep it on that boss mentality. Like, let all the petty stuff go. Like I said, Razor and Lo, they get it. Well, Lo get it. Razor, on the other hand, she gets it when she's sober. So we moving along from that. The girls, they arrive at the club, and when they get off the bus, it's crowded. They had to have, like, the barriers, because it was so crowded. The girl, they hugging their fans and stuff like that. So the girls get inside. The club is crowded. They screaming baddies, baddies. I'm like, yo, you would think they did real celebrities, but it is what it is. They get into the bag, and I'm happy to see that. So Natalie was talking. Rolly sees that the girl was, like, passing out or something. She was getting tramped on. She was getting smushed and smashed because, it was overcrowded in there, So Rolly stopped Natalie to help the girl. And I was like, I think that was a good thing because, a lot of these instances, especially since the Astrofest, a lot of things has been going on. So, it's been a couple of shows when people have been passing out and, the performers will stop the show just to make sure that the people is good. So that was a good call on Rolly. I did like that. Mind you, I wouldn't have been the one getting smushed and stuff because I wouldn't have been in no crowd. I would have been on stage. But anyway, you know, so Natalie introduced the girls, you know, this is fight night at the club. She doing her introduction, you know, dragging it all out like they at a pay-per-view event. She funny when she do this, you know what I'm saying? But the girls got a lot of cheers, you know, like the girls are really there. They showing out. They getting so much love from the audience, and I like to see that. So Chrisean performs first. She get the crowd lit. You know, she performs the vibe all the time. I'm tired of hearing that song, honestly. I'm like, can you have another song? Because didn't you perform this on BADDIES South, like the finale episode? Like, can you come out with another song? But it's neither here and there. But the song is cool, you know. It's a viral hit. I wouldn't call it ain't on Billboard, but you know, it is what it is, you know. So next up, Rolly doing her thing. Stunna Girl. Stunna Girl performs. She's shutting it down. And you know, somebody brought it to me. They was like, yo, Stunna Girl really got some music. I didn't know her music was on Madden. I'm gonna have to check Stunna Girl out and see what she about. But whatever. So Stunna Girl had me crying because she notices that Biggie, I don't know how she paying attention to this, but she peeped game. She notices how Biggie and Tommie is just sitting there. And so in her confessional, she was like, oh, Biggie got her hand on her dick. I'm like, yo, this girl, Stunna Girl, is crazy. You know, I have my days where I rock with Stunna, but overall, I do rock with Stunna because she's the show right now. And Tommie performed last, you know. And I'm like, out of all the performances, I feel like Tommie had the weakest performance. But she's supposed to be thinking that she's a celebrity, you know, and thinking that she's supposed to deserve to go last. I'm like, you need to go first or second. I feel like Stunna Girl should go last. Or on Chrisean. But either near here. I don't even know Tommie music. I don't know none of these girl music, but I do like Rolly's music. I listen to that. So, you know, after that, everybody performing. The girl, they have a twerk contest. They getting on stage. I'm like, we saw this last week. Can y'all do something new? But that's here and there. Then the girls, they do like a meet and greet with the fans, which I thought it was nice. I'm like, how much did they pay to take these pictures with them and meet them? Because I'm like, you would think this was the Beyonce concert. You know, you would think this was like, you know, Coachella or something like. But like I said, there's no hate. I do like that. You know, we seeing different things, and I do like that this season with the girls. So they do their little meet and greet, you know, and they finished that. So that's pretty much what happened. So the next day, the girls, they arrived to Portland, Oregon, and then we get some new confessional looks from the girls. Lo has been killing it with the fashions. To me, she's like, her and Tommie are like the best dressed, in my opinion. Stunna Girl's confessional was nice. Cat was simple, but it was cute. So the girls, they in the bus, and then Tommie calls out DJ Ska, you know, cause she like, oh, you need to play some music. I'm like, mind you, why can't you play your music at the end of the day? I'm like, she's not getting paid to do that. She's chilling, so why she gotta play her music? Neither here or there. So Biggie gets mad. Yo, see, this is what Biggie would have got punched in her face. Biggie doing too much, like, yeah, don't make me mad, get over here, stuff like that. I'm like, who's she talking to? Who's she talking to? But you know, so Scott like, yo, like, what's the energy? What's that about? So Biggie like, I just want to smoke and get high with you and stuff like that. So the girl started talking about DJ Scott's butt, whether it's fake and real or not. I'm like, what? I'm like, y'all girls really do that? Y'all be looking at other girls' asses to see what's real or not? I'm like, okay. So Chrisean calls Scott over there. Scott pull her pants down to let her know that it's real. I'm like, she got a nice little fat butt on her. You know, it looks good. Whether it's real, she said it's real, but I mean, I don't know. You can't tell now. I mean, you could tell. We know races ain't real, but you know, it is what it is. So they chilling. Low, Cat, and Stunna, they talking, you know, and they just talking about how, you know, they're just catching up on a lot of things. Cat like, I ain't with the childish stuff. I'm grown, you know, and it is what it is. So then we get back to the scene when the girls on the back of the bus. Chrisean wants to perform first. Natalie tells Rock to perform last. Rock gets upset and said that, you know, she wants to perform first because she got another show. And she wants to leave after that. So Natalie know you gonna perform last because I'm trying to keep you here because you know Chrisean like to dip off and stuff. You know, so then we cut to the other scene, like I said, with Lil Cat and Stunna. Scotty goes and joins them. You know, they catching up and stuff like that. And then we get back to the other scene. You know, Tommie tells Chrisean to go get her money. You know, don't stop your money from nobody. I'm like, I know that's right. You know, get to that bag. Not Chrisean. So Scotty drops her drink and it gets on Lowe's Louis scarf, whatever like that. They ain't nothing to talk about. So this is pretty much the episode, Natalie versus Chrisean. So we get to Natalie, they sitting next to each other, and Chrisean wants to take a drink. And no, Chrisean had her drink, and then she was about to chase it. Natalie takes the drink, the ginger ale from Chrisean. Chrisean mad about it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it ain't even that deep to me personally, but also don't touch my stuff, you know what I'm saying? So Chrisean started telling Rock, like, you need to chill out because you getting too aggressive. Natalie gets up, she start getting mad because she like, yo, like, it ain't even that serious, like, you acting like a child, you getting mad and stuff like that. A whole bunch of childish stuff. At this point, I think they both drunk. So then they started talking about the issue. Because, you know, Natalie was like, well, you know, you've been pissing me off as well, you know. Chrisean like, well, so let's talk about it. Here come Natalie. Apparently, Natalie was pissed at Chrisean because Natalie said that her knees was hurting. And Chrisean was like, because you too old. Biggie and Chrisean just bust out laughing, and you could tell that really pissed Natalie off because, you know, a lot of people always say Natalie is old. Mind you, I mean, she not old, but she old to be doing the shit that she be doing half the time. But 37 is not old, you know. But so then, you know, they start going back and forth, and, you know, Natalie gets up in Chrisean's face. Now this is, like I told you, get out my face. Once you start getting in my face, is an issue. So that's pretty much it, you know. They start going back and forth. Natalie leaves and goes to the front and starts talking to the other girls, you know, about how, you know, about what's going on. Natalie like, you better hope that you get to my age, you know, you better hope you get to my age. And I agree, because Chrisean be doing a lot, you know, so, you know, God forbid, I don't want anything to happen to her, the lifestyle that she lives. So that's neither here or there, but, you know. So Natalie gets on live. And, you know, she's hyping up the crowd. You know, her fans to let them know that they in Oregon. They about to turn up and stuff like that. Chrisean is blocked from Natalie's live, I believe. And she gets mad. But I'm like, y'all just got into an altercation. Why do you give a damn about being on somebody's live? Like, y'all just had it out. And I'm like, y'all, why you need to be on her live for when you could just go to the front of the bus? So, I'm like, yo, they fight, like, over dumb stuff. So, you know, Natalie on some, hey, what's going on? She's talking to Lemmy and the fans, stuff like that. And, you know, she's ignoring Chrisean, which I would have did the same thing. Like, you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? We just had an argument and a disagreement or whatever. And I'm like, I'm just trying to have a good time. Here comes Chrisean, smacks Natalie on a live. And I do remember this live because I was watching her live when this actually happened. So it was interesting to see it in the storyline in this season, because I really remember watching this live. So she smacked Natalie. Natalie going off. You hit me. You know, she carrying on and carrying on. I'm like, see, this one, I'm like, she hit you, but you yelling. Whoop her ass. I'm confused. She smacked you, embarrassed you. You going off yelling at, I don't understand. Why do people, and this is my whole thing. So anyway, so she gets off the bus. She yelling, oh, I bring that bitch outside. I want to fight. I'm like, you should have whooped her ass on the bus. All that yelling you doing, oh, this is my show. I'm like, it don't even matter. She slapped you on your own show. It don't matter. This is what Natalie loses me, because you be doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, slap her the fuck. You should have slapped her the hell back when she slapped you. Plain and simple. But she she going on doing her little performance. You know, she getting her little extra time in to film her scene. You know, just doing the most. And that was pretty much the episode. She, like I said, she doing a whole bunch of nothing. Scotty gets off the bus to check on Natalie, and here she goes attacking Scotty. I might see, this is where you mess up for me. You lose my respect because you're doing too much. You go attack Scotty. Scotty ain't do nothing, but you attack Scotty because you felt like she was laughing. Because, you know, Natalie addressed the situation. She said, you know, Scotty, her friend, she shouldn't be laughing. But, like, it don't even matter. She didn't hit you. You attacked her. Why you ain't attack the person that hit you? So Natalie, to me, is a punk. I'm sorry. She pick and chooses her battles. And I wanted to know, like, if that was Cat laughing at Natalie, you think she would have swung on Cat? Hell no. Like I said, you know, that's why people say that Natalie pick and chooses her battles, because you pick and choose who you want to swing on. For you to swing on Scotty, that was weak sauce to me. I don't give a damn. And Scotty ain't doing shit. Wouldn't have been me. Natalie would have been on the floor. Her chin would have... Man, don't put your hands on me. We ain't friends after that. I'm sorry. And that was pretty much the episode, y'all. It was a cool episode. It wasn't really nothing much to talk about. If I had to rate this episode between a 1 and a 10, I would give it like an 8. It was cool for what it was, you know. You know, next week things heat up. You know, Scotty crying to Natalie. Nah. See, Scotty, you should have brought the active Scotty out. When you pop raisin in her mouth back on that bus, that's what you should have did to Natalie, to let her know, like, don't try me. You know what I'm saying? You crying to her, like, I understand your feelings was hurt. No. You can have a heart-to-heart with her after you whoop her ass. But that's pretty much the episode, y'all. Thank you for watching this video, and comment, share some likes, and comment, and I'll see you at the next video. I'm out.